Hi, Becca C. Smith here, and this is an update. I do realize it's January 31st, but I did say in my goals for the year that I wanted to at least do a video update of what's happened during the month and where I'm at with all my projects and things like that. So this month was a month. I don't know if you saw in the news, but LA was on fire. I was lucky. I was in a zone where I was kind of more surrounded by the fires as opposed to being near enough to have to evacuate. So I did not have to evacuate. My sister was right on the border of an evacuation, but there was a freeway separating her from the fire, so luckily it never jumped over, so she did not have to evacuate. At one point there was a fire near me that did start up, but they got that out right away. I had they zone each area of LA, especially when there might be an evacuation, and I hadn't even been zoned yet, my area, because we were pretty well protected within the 4 freeways, like literally like a little square, and I'm like right in the middle. When that fire started, I got zoned. I was like, no, I am zoned. I did not have to evacuate, thank goodness. But on January 2nd or 3rd, anyway, right at the beginning of January, my dermatologist called and told me that the area that we had biopsied was in fact a basal cell carcinoma. So I had to make an appointment with a surgeon dermatologist. I had that removed. So not to gross anybody out, but it's healing, so it's still pretty red and raw. Yeah, they removed it all. So yay. It's definitely been a month. I've been working on my book though. When I went in to get the surgery around mid-month, it was exactly mid-month. It was January 15th. I decided, since they do it in stages, they basically scrape off what they think are the margins, and then you wait an hour while they make sure that they got all the margins, and then if they didn't, you have to go back, and then they do it again, scrape some more, goes to the labs, hopefully you're done, but then scrape some more. Anyway, I had to do it 3 rounds, and I just used the hour wait time as hour sprints. I ended up writing 3,000 words, which was amazing, these are short chapters in the book, so it ended up being about 3 chapters. On a day that was stressful, I ended up getting like more writing done than I had in a really long time. So that was good. And I had wanted to do a chapter a day. So by today, the 31st, I had wanted to be at chapter 31. I am at chapter 24. Actually, no, chapter 25. I just finished 24. So I'm at chapter 25. So I'm not that far off from what I had wanted. So going at this rate, I will definitely be finished with the rough draft in February. I had thought that I would be finished by the end of this month, and then my intent was to read this book, Making a Good Script Great, working on the screenplay version of the book that I am writing, because I do want to enter it into contests, and those deadlines come up in April, May area-ish time period. So I wanted to make sure that I was working on the revisions of my screenplay in February. So I was thinking that I was going to finish the rough draft and then work on the screenplay, but I'm going to be doing both because I really, really, really need this screenplay to be crazy polished and placed in enough contests with a lot of different scripts to know that I can write a good script. But I have never won any of these contests, so I thought this would be the perfect book to possibly make my good script a great. all in the advertising, you know what I mean? So I will probably be doing a review of this book while I'm doing the revisions to see what new things that I've learned. Just kind of, I've already kind of read the first couple chapters, and it was kind of good in a way because I was like, oh, I already do that. Oh, like felt so good about it, right? But then there were things that I hadn't. So it's definitely, I'm really hoping, I just really hope that it gives me some insight to making my script as great as it possibly can be, because I really, really, really want to do well in contests this year. The book, I'm still going to be working on that as well, because I do want to finish the rough draft in February so that I can, you know, do maybe a second pass, but then give it to my critique partners first. I have 2 of them. So I'm going to give it to them, and then based on their notes, then I will do a round of betas, and then I want to do 2 rounds of betas, I'm thinking, but that's the plan. So I would like it to get to a place where I can give the book to anybody I want to and feel confident about it, because I might go the traditional route with this book. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm leaning towards, because I really want to make this movie as well. And I just think that that would go together so well to actually have it traditionally published and then maybe having the momentum of placing in a screenplay, or, you know, I just want to give myself as much opportunity as I can to tell the story, because it is based on a true story. Although now I'm thinking I'm supposed to say it's based on true events, because it is very fictionalized. I did change all the names and the locations and everything like that. So it is fiction, but let's face it, most of it happened. Which is why it'll be good, but it is technically a horror thriller. I guess it's more like a true crime drama, maybe. I guess maybe that would be the genre. But I'm just categorizing it as a thriller horror right now because, you know, that's the way I'm writing it genre-wise. But, so that is what's going on with me. Let me know how your January was. Did it feel like it went on forever and ever and ever like it did for me? Some people are like, no, it went so quick. I'm like, no, that was the longest month I've ever experienced in my life. I'm excited. Tomorrow is February 1st. I'm going to dive in to this book, start to work on my revisions while also writing chapters. So hopefully at the end of February, I will be able to give you an update on how all of that went. And it's going to be a much shorter month, so a little bit more pressure. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching. And let me know how your January was. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.